Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, bringing you the final level in this Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 Unleashed difficulty video walkthrough. And this is the first level we were on the game, only now we're coming into a different entrance. And straight away you were thrown into a pretty challenging fight. And what this is there's two of the ATST walkers. There's that big turret up there that'll fuck you up if you're not careful. And there's also a ton of stormtroopers that try and hurt you as well, so the best thing to do is to focus on one of the walkers as quick as you can. Get a little different distance from them so that they don't shoot you with the turret and that they fire those big grenades at you, and then just throw the big grenades back and focus on taking them down as quickly as you can. And what will happen is, as soon as you kill the two giant walkers, a door will open and a third one will get dropped off with, I think, a couple of the small ones. And it's just a case of don't get overwhelmed, try to stay in as best cover as you can and kill them as quickly as you possibly can. The turrets themselves are a nuisance. See, the third one's turned up, he's on his own, sorry. And when they're on their own, they're not too bad as long as they're not hitting you with the machine gun. You need to make sure they're firing the cannon that fires that thing and then throw it back at them. And I tried jumping up and disabling the guns before I fought these dudes, but I ended up dying, and I thought that's probably not the best way to do this section, so I focused on these guys instead and then jump up and disable the guns, because then I know when all these are done there's no risk of me being killed, so I hadn't jumped about for no reason and all that good stuff. And for some reason I fucked that up twice, and I think it's because I was bashing A to get the quick time event to start, and when it started I was still bashing A because this game is as unresponsive as it gets, and I think that's why it was messing it up. But once you've killed the walkers, if you jump up here, there'll be a couple of stormtroopers that you can electrocute and throw shit at. And then once you've done that, go up to this window and destroy the gun. And you just have to repeat the process on the other side of this room. So jump back down, and then climb up the other side. But before you can, the door opens, and what does it reveal? A little walker and some stormtroopers. So the little dude, after you've just killed like 3 of the big guys, is going to seem like a real pussy, cause they're not difficult at all. The only thing that makes this even remotely interesting is all the stormtroopers shooting you. And as you can see, they do a lot of damage if they hit you on this difficulty, and they're always going to be hitting you if they're shooting and you're not moving. Which kind of sucks, cause can you imagine if somebody tried to do a no hit, no damage run through of this game on Unleashed difficulty? You just wouldn't be able to do it because it's so much bullshit when it comes to that. But when you kill the small walker, another one will turn up with some more stormtroopers. So just take your time, try not to take too much damage, fire the rockets back at them, try and get rid of the jetpack stormtroopers because they're a fucking nuisance. And just avoid the turret as best you can because he will hurt you more than anything in this room. And once you've cleared it out, feel free to jump up and disable the turret. And once the turret's disabled, you can then open the door and carry on with the rest of the level. So use your force powers, be as cheesy as you need to be, and then crush the turret, just like that. And I've been getting a couple of messages recently with confusion towards the legend list. And basically, the reason why I do the legend list is because I don't sub for sub. If somebody subscribes to me, I'll say I'm grateful, I'll say thank you to you because it really does mean a lot, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to sub you back. And that's not me being a dickhead, it's just I don't really watch that many videos on YouTube, and when I do, there are a very select few people. And it's not because I think I'm better than everybody or anything like that, it's just I'm putting so much time into trying to build my own channel that even if I did subscribe to you, I wouldn't be watching your videos. And there's nothing worse than having a subscriber that doesn't even look at your videos because it's a dead subscriber and nobody wants that. So I don't want to be that dickhead that subscribes to you and never likes your videos and never watches your videos, because that's not what YouTube's all about. And that's the only reason why I don't sub people back. And initially, I didn't think it would be too much of a problem, but everybody's obsessed with this sub for sub stuff and, you know, dropping links on your channels to try and promote their own stuff. And I don't do that. You will never see me drop a message or a comment on somebody's page saying, check out my stuff. It's the same reason why I don't share videos with people, because I don't want to force my channel on people. I want people to want to come to it. I want people to to enjoy what I'm doing and look at it as something cool instead of opening their inbox thinking they've got some cool messages and it's just me with 20 videos like, watch this, and they're like, oh, you wanker, I thought I was popular then. I don't want to be that guy. So the creation of the legend list enables me to thank people and give them some kind of recognition, because the things that I put up with your names on are going to be on these videos forever. So regardless of if my site tanks and I never come back to YouTube, or if I become the next big thing, if I become the next fucking, you know, machinima director, the next massive gaming channel, I don't even know where it's going to go, but they will always be there, your name. So if anybody looks back on those videos, they see you, they think, oh, if that guy said that they're cool, I'll go check them out, and that helps your channel, and that's why I do it. And the confusion over it is people wondering why their names aren't there. And what I do is, I only mention you once, and it's the earliest I possibly can after you've subscribed to me. So for instance, lately I've been getting a little lazy, and the reason for that is because I've been getting a lot more subscribers, so it's a lot harder to find the people that have subscribed to me. And I have to go into Hotmail and delete all the past messages so that I'm up to date and I can just look through there and look at who subscribed to get the most recent guys, because I don't know a lot about YouTube. I'm not a massive YouTube guy, doing the best I can basically and making it up as I go along. But the reason why you might not have seen yourself on the legend list is because it's probably on a video that you've not watched, and as I said, I put them on when I can and when possible, and I only put you on once, so when the next one comes out, it's someone else new that subscribed, and so on and so forth. And it's just the easiest way I've managed to do it so far, and I thought it was a cool way to give back to the people that are showing interest, because it's really hard to get your channel going on YouTube, as I'm finding out. I thought this place was going to be a fucking cakewalk, because that's just what I'm like. I'm a pretty confident guy. I've got a pretty big ego at times. And it really isn't. This is probably the hardest thing I've ever tried to start, because it's just really hard to get found. There's so much stuff on YouTube. It's completely oversaturated. And you've really got to just push yourself and try and put out the best stuff possible, and if you're willing to put the work in, it should eventually pay off. I mean, I don't know right now if it will pay off. I'm just hoping it will, and I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to continue to do it. But that's just a little explanation on what the legend list is and why you might not have seen your name. So these sections here are pretty interesting because the checkpoints are pretty shitty and they're throwing a lot of enemies at you. The best thing to do though is to back up as far as you can, get away from the snipers, and let the faster guys come to you so you can kill them and then focus on the war droids later on. Another cheeky move here, if you're struggling, is to jump back up onto the balcony, because nothing can follow you and you can just attack stuff in your own time. And there's these goddamn rocket pack dudes, and they're douchebags, but they're so funny when you electrocute them. But through here there's a ton of... I don't even know what happened then. Did that battle droid despawn? That was weird. No idea what's going off. But just electrocute dudes. Be careful because you can actually fall out of the windows of these corridors. I've jumped out myself by accident. And you're going to be doing a handful of fights in these areas, so do pay attention or you will die. So let's have a see. We've got a nice cutscene of the TIE fighters destroying the bridge coming up. And in here there's obviously a ton of stormtroopers, so just dash around, electrocute, clean them up as quickly as you can, use the computer console for cover if you're getting shot. And you'll notice I've switched my lightsabers to the double green ones, and the reason for that is this is the last level and they throw a lot of stormtroopers at you, so I was getting sick of running around with no life. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to get a lot more life for killing enemies. And I would advise your guys to do that from video 1 when you're playing through, because it'll make it a lot easier than it has to be. And it isn't difficult, it's just you get damaged really quick. And there's another cutscene over there, and what happens now is you can actually throw the TIE fighters at those vehicles and destroy them, and that's what it wants you to do. It wants you to defend those rebels. So if you come over here, you'll see the TIE fighters bank down towards this area. All you have to do is force grip them and throw them at those 2 dropships. And that was a ridiculously poor throw. I thought it was on target, but apparently not. So we'll have to do it again. And as you can hear, General Cote is telling me exactly what to do. And that is pretty cool the first time you hear it, and then when he repeats it 7 times because the game is fucking broken, you're like, shut up, you douchebag. But pick them up, throw them, and look, that were close, that one, surely. But still missed apparently. And it's just patience, and I don't know what happened then, but I took the first one out, nonetheless. And then there's just one more. TIE fighters are swinging in, toss them over. And I missed again! Jesus Christ! Come on TIE fighters. There you go. On your bike, son. Go on. I'm doing it like an old pensioner now, taking my time, sizing him up, and there you go. And once that's done, it will lower the blue force field on the door so you can continue. But once again, be careful. There's a ton of rocket guys that spawn outside the windows, and there's these armoured guys. But throw them. If you can throw them outside, all the better, because they'll die. But sometimes it's a bit awkward to do that, so just do the whole execution move. There you go. Watch out for that sniper as he kicks my ass, and then I get lightsaber thrown. But there he goes, out the window. Oh no! Look at the cheeky bastard, he just did not want to leave him. And then electrocute all the rocket guys as quickly as you can. Use the consoles for cover once again. And just be careful, because they blast in automatic bursts, and they will do some rate damage. When you come in here, you'll see the two war droids, so steal the shields and move back as far as you can. Keep throwing your lightsabers at them, electrocute them. And watch out for that cheeky shit, because he's still having a crack at me. And did you see that then, on the left? Them rocket dudes just spawned as I backed up. Which is kind of gay. But steal this guy's shield as well. Watch it though, because you can be shot while you're in the animation, as I found out. Oh, I blew his shield up instead. Oh, there we go, I've gone into crazy mode. And is that the first time I've activated it this game? Don't know. But it just goes to show, that will get you out of any sticky situation if you're struggling. But that's the end of this first video, guys, so I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for taking the time.